Well, Nintendo's just a little late to the party, but officially on January 5th, they have launched their brand new New Year's Nintendo Switch eShop sale, and we have to hop into this list together, break down some of the impressive discounts, because this is quite honestly one of the most massive eShop sales we have seen in a long time. We will be talking about first party and numerous third party Nintendo Switch games on sale, and I want to share my personal recommendations on which games may be worth looking into adding into your Switch collection right now. What's up, Nation? If it's your first time on the channel, make sure you join Sunbro Nation by subscribing below. Hit the like button on this video if you enjoy it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. As I mentioned, guys, today we are taking a look at the brand new New Year's sale that is kicking off officially on January 5th, and this runs until January 15th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, and you have kick off your new year with savings on select digital games, and keep in mind that you do get 5% of the purchase amount in gold points that you can use to discount other future titles. And we will hop right in with the first game on today's list, which is Paper Mario: The Origami King. This game didn't do it for me personally. I am a fan of the Paper Mario games. This has a beautiful art style and kind of a unique gameplay mechanic attached throughout, but in terms of stack ranking it compared to the other Paper Marios in Nintendo's history, I would put this one towards the bottom of my list. And honestly, I would probably opt for booting up Paper Mario on the N64 before going back and playing this one, as the hook never really set in for me personally. That said, a lot of people out there did enjoy it, and visually it is definitely the best looking Paper Mario in the franchise. This is 30% off, or $41.99 right now. Next up on the list is none other than Zelda Link's Awakening, a must own for every Zelda fan out there, coming in at 30% off, or $41.99. This is the classic 2D overhead style Zelda game, but brought back in a beautiful art style. And honestly, it's funny how a game from the early 90s holds up flawlessly to this day and really has some fantastic dungeons, boss fight experiences, you name it. This is a great discount and one that you should add into your library at $41 if you don't own it already. Maybe we'll see a bigger sale than that in the future, but that is what you can get it for right now. Dragon Ball The Breakers, kind of a survival take on a Dragon Ball game. Didn't do a whole lot for me in the trailers, but that is 25% off, or $14.99 rather. $41.99 is Persona 5 Royal, which this is a very recent release on the Nintendo Switch and a perfect fit for the platform. It is JRPG strategy gameplay at its finest, with a very unique story throughout, and 30% off is notable for that one, with it being such a recent release. Big Brain Academy: Brain vs. Brain, coming in at 30% off, or $20.99 right now. Just Dance 2023, another recent release, 45% off at $38 right now. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope Gold Edition is coming in at 22% off, or $70.19. Another one that's relatively recent, October 2022, a tactical style RPG games, but with all of the Mario characters you know and love. And the Gold Edition includes the base game and the season pass, which will have upcoming DLC packs, some of which will include additional story content as well as playable characters. I believe Rayman is coming back, if I'm not mistaken. So some exciting stuff to come for Sparks of Hope, and that is a at least decent discount at 22% off right now. Then you have Disney Dreamlight Valley, which is one that I saw the trailers for. It looks like it has a great art style, presentation style. I haven't checked it out myself yet, but it is now 25% off at $22.49, and I have seen some talk online around this game, so it might be worth taking a deeper dive and second look into on whether or not you want to add that into your collection. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak Deluxe Edition, which will be 25% off, or $37.49 right now. This is a ton of gameplay if you factor in what you get with Monster Hunter Rise to begin with, then the massive DLC expansion that is Sunbreak. So if it's not already in your Switch collection, this might be the perfect time to add it into that. And there's still a huge active community around that game. Fire Emblem Warriors next up on the list, another recent release, or somewhat recent anyway, 30% off, $41.99. It is a Warriors game at its core. If you enjoy Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, or even the original Hyrule Warriors, or any of the previous Warrior style games, you will like this one. But it does have some Fire Emblem gameplay mechanic spins And you actually have quite a few different discounts, as you have the base game 30% off. You also have the season pass available at $55.98, also 30% off. And then you have just the season pass alone discounted 30% off if you didn't already buy the DLC, but you do own the game. So multiple options there for Fire Emblem fans. Sonic Frontiers, $41.99 on the eShop right now for the digital edition. That is a notable discount. This is a ton of fun. I can't recommend it to Sonic fans enough. Give it a chance if you haven't already. Yes, there's some clunkiness to the game. It does feel like a step one into them bringing Sonic into a open zone layout, and there's definitely some level design changes to be desired, but it's just fun at its core. The mix up between the open zone traversal, Sonic finally getting a true combat skill tree and upgradable abilities along the way, with some classic mixed in old school 3D Sonic classic zones, if you will. I think it's a really good combination of gameplay. I'm having a ton of fun with it still, as I'm not fully complete on the story yet. And while you could find this one physically over Black Friday weekend at $29.99 at select retailers, I still think for people who like to purchase digitally, $41.99 is a great price for Frontiers. I'm sure we'll continue to see sales on this one, as Sonic games typically do get discounted with time. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker and Captain Toad Special Episode, which I'm not sure what that special episode is, maybe additional content that I was never aware of, but a classic staple on the Switch at this point in time. All of the different purchase options for this game are 30% off. If you want the base game, it's $27.99. If you want the bundle with the special episode, it's $32.18. Or if you just want the special episode standalone, it is $4.19 currently. And then next up on our list is one I will actually be adding to my collection at 75% off. $19.99 is the regular price. Celeste is $4.99 right now on the eShop. I've seen a ton of talk and dialogue and recommendations from you in the comments around getting into this game, and I will definitely be picking it up at $5. You really can't beat that price, and I'm personally excited for it, so make sure you look into that one. Doom Eternal, a game that we almost always see on sale, but it is $14.99, and honestly a great looking Switch game. If you like shooting demons and hell, this is literally up your alley. I mean, the music throughout, the metal style guitar riffs in the background, I'm a fan of it all. But again, one that don't feel like you have to rush out to buy this time around. We typically always see this game discounted, but still 75% off is one of the better discounts we do see on the game. Fitness Boxing coming in at $34.99 or 30% off right now. Elder Scrolls Skyrim, the Anniversary Edition, which is Skyrim is the most re-released game of all time, but there are still multiple ways to purchase it. This was the first $70 Nintendo Switch release that got a lot of people talking online when it was put out at that price point. The Anniversary Edition does add in quite a bit of new content, and you can get the entire bundle for $34, or you can get an Anniversary Edition upgrade at $15.99 right now. So if you already own Skyrim on your Switch, might as well just pick up the upgrade at that point to get the Anniversary Edition additional content at 20% off or $15.99. Stardew Valley, one that every Animal Crossing fan out there should at least pay some attention to. This is 33% off or $9.99 right now. Then you have the base game of Skyrim, $29.99. Hollow Knight, just while we're waiting for Silksong, go ahead and grab this one if you don't own it already. $7.50 or 50% off this game's regular price is absolutely a steal. I cannot strongly recommend this one to Metroidvania fans out there enough. I really do believe it needs to be in every Switch owner's collection if you like that 2D Metroidvania style gameplay. Return to Monkey Island. This is a pretty recent release, but it is just 20% off at $5 off its regular retail, $19.99. Taiko, a rhythm festival game, something I'm not familiar with at all, but it's regular $49.99, $34 on the sale or 30% off. Tunic is one that Legend of Zelda fans on the channel, and I know there's a lot of you really should have this game in your Switch collection, as it's a love letter to the Legend of Zelda style of gameplay. Fun boss battles, puzzles, traversal, new items along the way, a ton of fun, but it is only a 10% discount right now. Still, if it's on sale at all, it's one that I think Switch owners should look into, especially for Legend of Zelda fans. As I mentioned, Cadence of Hyrule, Crypt of the Necro Dancer. This is like a rhythm game meets an action adventure Zelda style game. It's a lot of fun. It is just more the skins of the Zelda characters rather than a true Zelda game at its core, but you will love the music if you have nostalgia for this Legend of Zelda franchise, and it is a really unique gameplay experience at its core. There are multiple ways to buy this right now with either the season pass or just the base game, but the best deal is honestly the bundle of both. where you get the base game and the season pass for $27.98, 30% off. Or if you already own this game, you can pick up just Cadence of Hyrule season pass for $10.49. Dragon Quest Builders 2 is 30% off right now at $34.99. Dead Cells is one that I think you should pay attention to because we are quickly approaching a Castlevania DLC expansion for this game, and I personally cannot wait for that. This definitely has some difficulty, packs a punch to it, as you can see the fast action gameplay style on screen. But if you mix a roguelike with a true up Metroidvania style level progression, that's pretty much what you get out of this game. And the combat mechanics make it feel crisp throughout, very responsive. 50% off or $12.49 right now instead of $25. It's regular retail. No Man's Sky is 20% off. This recently had a big overhaul on the Nintendo Switch. Lots of updates, ongoing content, and things that the community continue to explore and have fun with. I don't own it on the Switch myself. I briefly played it on PS4 after release, but this game does look like a lot of fun for people who like open world space exploration style gameplay. Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition is $9.99 right now or half price. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, one I can't recommend enough, at its half price of the deluxe edition, so you're getting additional content, $34.99. This was a ton of fun going through all of the Star Wars stories, being films 1 through 9 with the Lego humor storytelling all along the way. Rogue Legacy 2 is 10% off right now. Then you have Layton's Mystery, $23.99 or 40% off. No clue what that game's about. AI, The Synonym Files, and you know, some of these games I've never seen before this list. Katana Zero, $8.99 right now, 40% off. Chicory, A Colorful Tale, $13.99, 30% off. Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection, one that every Turtles fan has to have in their Switch library. It is $10 off right now, $29.99. If you have any nostalgia for the arcade style Turtles games or Turtles in Time period, just buy this one. You will not regret it. You can hop into the gameplay experience with up to 6 different friends. Like, it is a ton of fun. Definitely buy that one. Then arguably the best, some of the best Castlevania games of all time in one collection. The Castlevania Advanced collection is 40% off or $11.99 right now. At that price point, I cannot recommend that collection enough to any Castlevania fans out there. Even if you haven't played the Castlevania style games, but you find yourself enjoying Metroidvania branded games as far as their genre, go grab that one. Like, it's literally some of the best games, being Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, Aria of Sorrow, and Dracula X. And I personally feel like $11.99 is a steal for that one. Tetris Effect Connected, it's Tetris but looks way better. It is 50% off, $19.99 right now. Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition is 62% off, $7.49. Another one I will need to strongly recommend to you guys, but do your own research on the Ori games. You need to play both of them. They are absolutely fantastic games that have a beautiful art style and some of the best 2D action platforming out there. So a must own in my personal opinion. Melty Blood Type Lumina is $32.49 right now. 2 Point Campus, you have it $31.99, 20% off its regular retail. Puya Puya Tetris 2 is $11.99 or 70% off its regular retail. And then the Oregon Trail and Shin Megami Tensei 5 are closing out our list. Shin Megami Tensei 5 is the last one for JRPG fans. I would say definitely look into adding that into your collection at its 40% discount. It definitely seems like a steal. But I want to hear from you guys at this point in the video what you think about this New Year's sale as a whole, with Nintendo kind of showing up to the party late but still putting it out. Regardless, do you think it's one of the better sales? Because I definitely think there's a few different discounts to pay attention to. And what games are you most excited for this year as we are officially in 2023, whether it be officially announced ones from Nintendo or the heavily rumored and speculated upon games that may or may not come this year. So regardless of your thoughts and feelings on everything we talked about today, I do look forward to hearing from you all in the comments down below before you leave the video, as I do look forward to getting a back and forth conversation started with you all around this topic. Go watch yesterday's video next if you haven't already, which is on screen right now. Also make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.